Hello, I'm Elizabeth Colbert-Busch, and I am the Democratic candidate and Working Families candidate for South Carolina's 1st Congressional District. I want to take this time to thank the College of Charleston and the League of Women Voters to give me this opportunity to talk with you. I'd also like to have the honor of your vote on May the 7th. As a businesswoman for 25 years, I've spent a lot of time working in the industry and understanding what it takes to create jobs, develop business, balance a budget. I started my career as a single mom with 3 children, making $6.25 an hour. And I knew at that point that I had to find a way to provide for my children and make sure that they had every opportunity to have the American dream as well. So I went back to school, I finished my degree, and I began work in international shipping, where I spent 20 years working with port infrastructure and working across the aisles to negotiate successfully and be collaborative. And then I moved into the energy industry, where I work with public-private partnerships to develop one of the largest energy systems projects on the entire eastern seaboard. I'm very proud of that work. And that took work collaborating with industry, collaborating with all political parties. Since those days, I've been focused on the 21st century economy. And what do we need to do to move this economy forward? We've had difficult times, and we know that we have to work hard, and we have to work hard and smarter. But I'm very optimistic for this district. I'm very optimistic for what we have, and I see a bright future for all of us. But we have to do 3 major things. We have to be fiscally responsible. We have to educate our children, and we have to pay attention to the infrastructure that's needed to grow business in our district. You'll hear more about my policies very soon. But again, I want to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, the people of South Carolina's 1st Congressional District. Thank you.
Please provide 2 or 3 recommendations you have for restructuring Medicare and Social Security to address the federal deficit.
First, let me be very clear about 2 basic beliefs that I have relative to Medicare and Social Security. 1, I do not believe in a voucher system for Medicare, and I do not believe in dismantling Social Security without exception. It is unacceptable. 2, what we want to do with Social Security and Medicare is we want to make sure before we do any changes to Social Security and Medicare, before we ask our seniors to give up their hard-earned dollars that they put into Social Security and Medicare, that we've done everything we can to address the cost and spending. So how do we do that? 3 ways. 1 is, when we're talking about Medicare, we're talking about waste, fraud, overbilling, and pharmaceutical negotiations. Those 3 things alone are $166 billion in fraud, waste, overbilling, and the inability to negotiate pharmaceutical costs. If we can do those 3 things just for Medicare, that would save $166 billion, which is twice what the sequester is.
How specifically would you use your office to attract industries and jobs to South Carolina?
To attract industries and jobs to South Carolina, I would elevate our district's assets. We have incredible assets in this district that we need to market, sell, and let people know what we have here, and the unique opportunity that our district has for absolute economic growth. Let me speak to those things. Industry and education and research coming together very much hand in hand. Industry and education cannot be pulled apart. Industry and education are critical for economic development and growth. So we will have industry coming to the table with education to determine what the needs are. Education will give the curriculum to meet those needs, and we will push research and technology, science, engineering, and math to be prepared for 21st century growth. We are an industrial park here. We are a research park here, and we need to put our stake in the ground. We need to pull all of our assets and resources together. We need to market and sell it, and we need to tell the world just how unique we are, and that's what we'll do.
Please explain why you do or do not support the Environmental Protection Agency's efforts to enforce strong clean air and clean water standards in America.
Nobody likes dirty water, and nobody likes dirty air. Nobody wants to have that kind of an environment. We need to have healthy land, water, and air so that we have a healthy life. And what's very important, we need to really understand about this, the state of South Carolina, our district in particular on the coast, is that the quality of life and our natural resources are our greatest assets, and that's what brings industry and tourism and economic growth and development to our state. So I will work with the EPA to come up with a proper solution and discussions for how we will make sure that industry and the environment can work together. My father was a doctor who taught me every day by example that life is about selflessness, taking care of each other and serving each other. It's an example that was so great that today his name is on MUSC School of Education. On May the 7th, I ask you to vote for me. I will make you proud, little country, and you will never have to apologize or explain why you sent me to Washington. Jobs and economic growth can be here. Social Security and Medicare can be preserved. I'm ready to go to Washington for you. Our problems can be solved, not by further divide, but by working together, and to get our work done strengthens us. Thank you, and God bless you.